Hello, this is Charles Tippy from the Ed Services Department, and in this tutorial, participants will learn how to generate and print the student login cards for the SBAC field test. So the first thing you're going to want to do is log into EDMS, and then from the home screen, you are going to hover over testing, so don't click yet, just hover over testing, and then go down to the bottom and click on SBAC. And then next thing you want to do is change the select report from pre-ID to student cards. And then on this screen is where you choose the student group that you want to print the cards for. So you can go through and apply a lot of different filters here. So you can do this by grade. So at the high school, you might want to only print out the cards for 11th graders. Actually, you're going to want to do that because they're the only ones testing. You can go through and do this by department, by period, and you can also apply demographic filters. So let's say that you're testing all of your special education students in one room. You could go through and do IEP equals yes, and then generate the report. And then to undo it, you would just do that. I'm also suggesting that you do this teacher by teacher, because the teacher, you're going to need to give the teacher both a hard copy and an electronic copy, because the kids will be testing over multiple days. Some of the kids might lose them, so we want the teachers to have a backup, and you can't provide one teacher information for students that aren't in their class. So we're going to do this teacher by teacher. So I'm going to start off by selecting the first teacher on the list, and then generate report. And then you have two options here. You want to change the platform to Chromebook, and then click on PDF. And then you're going to go down here to the bottom, and on the Mac it's on the bottom left hand side. On the PC you would click on your download file, open up the file, and then you can see that it would be sorted by a teacher and the period. So this is perfect to just put into a folder and send over to the teacher. And then you would go back in and click on the change button right here. This is going to change the student group that you're looking at. So now we'll just go down to the next teacher on the list, and once again, go to Chromebook, click PDF, open up the file, and you can see that it's sorted by period. Then we'll go up here again and go to the next teacher on the list. So once you go through and do print for every teacher on the roster here, one of the interesting things, this will also give you the student count. So you can see that Mr. Call has only 10 11th graders throughout the day. So that would be a situation where you would have to probably get those kids and test them in another classroom. And then if you did have a situation where students are testing in the lab, maybe students with disabilities who have special accommodations in their IEP, you would change it to regular. There is a big difference between the instructions on the login cards. So I'll show you what that looks like. The login process is a little bit easier on the PCs or the Macs. You just have the students click on the blue icon. Note that if you see the green icon, that was left over from last year, and students cannot use that, so you would have to have IT come out and install that on the computer. So that pretty much sums up how to print the student login cards for the SBAC field test. Important thing to know that individual teachers also have access to this, so they can run the same report and generate the student login cards for the students in their classes. So just to recap, in this tutorial, participants learn how to generate and print the student login cards for the SBAC field test. Thank you for listening and happy testing.